Alright folks, buckle up because we've got a story that's shaking the basketball world right to its core.
And I mean this, if you do not have Caitlin Clark in this league, Unrivaled will not exist in 10 years.
Caitlin Clark is reportedly set to receive a Lionel Messi-style joining offer from the Unrivaled League, which is the new 3-on-3 basketball startup, and let's just say the WNBA is not happy about it. Meanwhile, the WNBA is absolutely spiraling like an ex who just found out they've been replaced. So stay tuned till the end as I reveal to you what all the hype is about and why WNBA is crying for help after this reported offer.
Unrivaled is preparing to offer a deal to Caitlin Clark similar to the one that brought Lionel Messi to MLS.
Let's get one thing clear. Caitlin Clark was the heartbeat of the WNBA. When she was on the court, arenas were packed, merch was selling out, and TV ratings were going through the roof.
2.537 million people watched Caitlin Clark's final game of the WNBA season last night. That makes it the 9th most viewed non-All-Star WNBA game of all time, and the most viewed since 2000.
But now, with Clark potentially leaving, it's a different story. The WNBA is already feeling the fallout. It's like a deserted stadium without her, and with the Unrivaled League coming in with this massive offer, the WNBA is scrambling to keep her from jumping ship. And here's where things get really interesting. WNBA has never been profitable, but Unrivaled League just signed a huge TV deal with TNT. That's right, 45 primetime games, a deal rumored to be worth over $100 million over 6 years. This isn't some minor league trying to make noise. Unrivaled is going all in to make a splash. And if Caitlin Clark joins, it's game over for the WNBA. The WNBA is reportedly fuming over Caitlin's supposed exit. And honestly, can you blame them? She's the one who brought life to the league. Now, they're panicking, treating her like an ex they can't let go of. Meanwhile, the Unrivaled League is getting all set up to roll out the red carpet for her. Imagine getting treated like royalty by your new team while your old one can't even let you go.
The new Unrivaled Women's Basketball League is reportedly exploring a major Lionel Messi-like deal to lure Caitlin Clark for its debut season.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. Nafisa Collier, who is one of the founding members of the Unrivaled League, is dropping massive hints about a brighter future for the league. Nafisa has teased Caitlin's greatness in her recent talks. She also dropped hints that the Unrivaled League has been eyeing Caitlin, and she couldn't have been clearer about the power Clark holds. The growth that Caitlin has brought to the game, Collier said, is on another level. Collier's saying what so many are too afraid to admit. Caitlin Clark is the sole reason for the massive boom in the WNBA this season. And now, she could be taking that magic to Unrivaled. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. During her time in the WNBA, attendance was through the roof, ticket prices tripled, and you couldn't get your hands on a Caitlin Clark jersey if you tried. Fans were flooding in just to watch her play, but now the WNBA's losing that magic, and with the Unrivaled League ready to snap her up, the panic of the WNBA is setting in. And let's talk about how some WNBA players have treated Caitlin. Instead of rolling out the welcome mat, they've been actively pushing new fans away.
NBA Twitter leaving the WNBA after Caitlin Clark got eliminated.
Players like Angel Reese have been vocal, even accusing Caitlin's fan base of being racist. It's like they're biting the hand that feeds them. The WNBA finally got a star who can carry the league, and instead of supporting her, they're throwing shade. Take this incident for example. When Diana Taurasi committed the same act of smashing the rim cushion as Caitlin Clark, she got no foul, but Caitlin Clark was given a technical foul. I mean, how can this open bias be justified, if at all?
Diana Taurasi hit the rim cushion after getting fouled. No issues, no tech. But when Caitlin Clark did the same, it's a technical foul on her. Are the rules different for different players? Where is the consistency, refs?
Now, with Unrivaled in the picture, maybe Caitlin's finally found a league that appreciates her. And this is not the only offer that Caitlin Clark has had on her cards. Even Ice Cube was out there making big moves to get Caitlin into the Big Three. And for those of you who don't know, Big 3 is a 3-on-3 pro basketball league founded by Ice Cube, featuring All-Stars, Hall of Famers, and World Champions. Ice Cube had offered Caitlin a $5 million deal, and he was ready to pay Caitlin more than any other player unapologetically. He spoke highly of Clark. "We intended the offer to remain private while Caitlin Clark plays for the championship," Ice Cube wrote on X, "but I won't deny what's now already out there. Big 3 made a historic offer to Caitlin Clark. Why wouldn't wouldn't we? Caitlyn is a generational athlete who can achieve tremendous success in the Big Three. The skeptics laughed when we made Nancy Lieberman the first female coach of a men's pro team, and she won the championship in her first year. Then Lisa Leslie won it all in year 2. With our offer, Caitlin Clark can make history and break down even more barriers for women athletes. This is what Ice Cube had to say about Caitlin Clark. I mean, think about it. Cube's got legends playing in his league, yet he was willing to go all in on Caitlin. That's how much respect she commands. Ice Cube didn't care if she couldn't make every game. He saw her value. And on the other hand, the WNBA authorities as well as their players were whining about her deal even then. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. Lexi Brown, the WNBA player, cried foul on Ice Cube's offer to Clark, questioning the talent of Caitlin Clark on Twitter. She sarcastically stated,
So, no other women's basketball player has came to mind in the last 7 years?
"Can you believe it? The hate surrounding Caitlin Clark is honestly unreal." And now Unrivaled is taking a page out of Cube's playbook, throwing a Messi-level offer at Caitlin to make sure she joins. And imagine this, the WNBA had 28 years to build up a strong fan base, but it's still struggling. Even with a superstar like Caitlin, they can't seem to hold on to the momentum. Now they're losing her to a 3-on-3 league that's still in its startup phase. How does the WNBA even compete? Without Caitlyn, they're left with empty arenas and a ghost town of a fan base. Veteran analysts, such as Stephen A. Smith, also believe that Caitlin Clark is the sole reason for the WNBA's rating crash. And honestly, it's like watching the league turn into a shadow of its former self. Let's be real, Unrivaled is making a smart move. They know Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a franchise changer. By offering her a Messi-like contract, Unrivaled is showing they understand her impact and they're willing to make her the face of their league.
Sources tell me it's a 6-year deal that could be worth more than $100 million. That's a massive number.
Unrivaled are not waiting around, and they're not playing small. A 6-year deal worth millions, and even an exclusive media rights contract with TNT, they're putting their money where their mouth is. This could be huge for both Caitlin and Unrivaled. Unrivaled doesn't just see Caitlin as a star, they see her as a movement. This is the kind of respect she deserves. It's about more than basketball. It's about changing the game. The WNBA had their shot to keep her happy, but they fumbled, and now Unrivaled is going to reap the rewards. Caitlin is the reason for the WNBA's record-breaking season.
Don't at me with Dan Dockich. WNBA playoffs TV ratings holding steady thanks to Caitlin Clark.
And without her, the WNBA is looking at a pretty grim future. And let's face it, the league's barely holding on as it is. And if Caitlin takes that offer from Unrivaled, the WNBA might as well kiss its golden era goodbye. We're talking about the biggest star in women's basketball leaving for a new league that's actually rolling out the red carpet for her. If the WNBA couldn't see her value when she was right there, what are they gonna do once she's gone? Analysts like Whitlock have even suggested that the WNBA actively degraded Caitlin's game.
The WNBA would rather destroy Caitlin Clark than build up their league. There's no gratitude there.
Unrivaled isn't just offering Caitlin a contract, they're offering her a legacy. They're setting her up to be the face of a league that wants to break new ground, a league that's serious about innovation and change. They're not dragging their feet like the WNBA. They're moving fast, and they want Caitlin right at the heart of it all. This isn't just a job offer, it's an invitation to make history. And honestly, who wouldn't want to take it? Fans know it, analysts know it, and Caitlin knows it. The WNBA's been taking her for granted. They've watched her bring in fans, boost attendance, and make headlines, all while the league did little to recognize her contribution. Unrivaled, on the other hand, sees her as the centerpiece of their vision. They're offering her a real partnership, something the WNBA has never done. And if the WNBA thinks a few headlines are going to convince her to stay, they're in for a rude awakening. And fans are eating this up. They're thrilled to see Caitlin finally getting the recognition she deserves.
Drafted first, played almost all of the minutes of each game, broke hella records, helped take her team to the playoffs since 2016, grew the game, face of the W, worldwide embraced athlete, Roti, first team all WNBA equals Caitlin MF Clark. And this is her first year. Bye haters.
Meanwhile, the WNBA's fuming, acting like she's walking out on them. But here's the thing, she's not the one leaving the league, it's the league that left her when she needed them the most. Unrivaled is making her an offer that is too big to refuse, and if the WNBA's upset, they've only got themselves to blame. The WNBA is at a crossroads. They can try to hold on to Caitlin, but let's be real, why would she stay? She's given them everything, and they've treated her like she's replaceable. If Caitlin leaves, the WNBA could face a collapse unlike anything we've seen. It's not just about a player leaving, it's about the league's inability to hold on to the star who's kept them alive. So the real question is, will Caitlyn take this Messi-like offer and join Unrivaled, or will she stick around with a WNBA that hasn't shown her the respect she deserves? One thing's for sure, if Caitlyn leaves, the WNBA might turn into a husk of its glory days, while Unrivaled will be on the rise. What do you think? Should Caitlyn take the offer, or is she better off staying? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this developing story.